You have a dream, you know the steps, but every single Monday, it feels like you're starting from zero. That crushing weight sitting on your chest, that's not laziness. That's not lack of discipline. That's the failure of motivation. And here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear. Motivation is a lie. It feels powerful in the moment, but it disappears the second life gets uncomfortable. What you actually need, what separates people who dream from people who execute, is something far less exciting, but infinitely more powerful, turning the hard part into autopilot. If you want to stop relying on how you feel and start building something that actually lasts, then stay with me, because today we're turning your goal into a habit. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've ever told yourself, this time I'm serious, only to fall off a few days later, then this is for you. We all love that initial burst, the excitement, the clarity, the feeling that this time will be different. But that feeling is temporary. It always has been. And if your goals depend on a temporary emotion, then your progress will always be temporary too. So today, we're breaking that cycle. I'm going to show you how to build a system that works even when you don't feel like showing up. A system that makes consistency automatic. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Motivation fails because it's emotional, and emotions change constantly. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day, you're tired, distracted, or just not in the mood. And suddenly, everything feels 10 times harder. Picture this. There's someone, let's call him Mark. Mark decides he's going to run a marathon. Day 1, he's fired up. He runs 5 miles. He feels amazing. Day 2, it rains. He's tired. That excitement gone, so he skips. Day 3 comes, and now there's guilt. That guilt turns into avoidance, and before he knows it, the goal is gone. Not because he couldn't do it, but because he relied on motivation to carry him. That gap right there, that space between knowing what to do and actually doing it, that's where most people lose. Motivation tells you why, but habit determines whether it actually happens. And if we're being honest, the real battle isn't the goal itself. It's starting. It's that moment where you have to push yourself to begin. So instead of chasing motivation, we do something smarter. We remove resistance. We make starting so easy that your brain doesn't even argue anymore. This is where everything changes. The first shift is simple, but powerful. Lower the bar, not just a little drastically. Most people fail because they aim too high at the start. They say, I'll write 2,000 words, or I'll work out for an hour. And when they don't feel like it, the brain pushes back. It sees it as effort. It sees it as pain. So we flip it. Instead of committing to the full goal, you commit to something so small, it feels almost ridiculous. If you want to write, your goal isn't 2,000 words. It's putting on your workout clothes. That's it, because the hardest part is never the work itself. It's starting. And once you start, something interesting happens. Momentum takes over. You sit down to write 1 sentence. And suddenly, a paragraph. You put on your workout clothes. And suddenly, going for a quick exercise doesn't feel so hard anymore. Action creates momentum, not the other way around. Now here's the key. This tiny action needs a trigger, because if you leave it to chance, you'll still forget or delay it. That's where the next step comes in. Instead of trying to create a brand new routine, you attach your new habit to something you already do every single day. Something automatic. Something you don't have to think about. So instead of saying, I'll read more, you say, after I pour my morning coffee, I'll read 1 page. Instead of saying, I'll exercise, you say, after I brush my teeth at night, I'll do 10. You're not building from scratch anymore. You're linking. You're piggybacking off something that already exists in your life. And this works because your brain loves patterns. When 2 actions are consistently paired, they start to feel like one. Over time, the new habit stops feeling new. It becomes part of the routine. Say, there was a time when even something as simple as journaling felt impossible to stay consistent with. It always started strong, then faded, but the moment it got attached to something already solid, jetting into bed, it changed. After the lights went off, one quick reflection, one small win from the day. That's all. No pressure, no overthinking, and slowly, that small action became automatic. That's the power of linking behavior. You remove decision-making, and when you remove decisions, you remove excuses. But let's be real for a second. No matter how perfect your system is, you will mess up. There will be days you skip, days you don't feel like, days life gets in the way, and this is exactly where most people fall apart, because they think missing one day means failure, and that feeling of failure makes them stop completely. So here's the rule that changes everything. You can miss once, but never twice. Missing one day is normal, it's human, it's life. But missing 2 days in a row, that's the beginning of a new habit. The wrong one. So the moment you slip, your only job is to show up the next time. Not perfectly, not intensely, just show up, even if it's the smallest version of the habit. If you skipped your writing yesterday, today you write 1 sentence. If you skipped your workout, today you just put on the clothes. Because success isn't about being perfect. It's about not breaking the chain. And once you understand this, everything shifts. You stop aiming for intensity, and you start prioritizing consistency. You stop chasing motivation, and you start building system. So let's bring this all together. If you want to turn your goals into something real, something lasting, you need 3 things. First, make it ridiculously easy to start. Lower the bar until there's no resistance. Second, attach it to something you already do every day. Build the connection. And third, never miss twice. Protect the habit, even on your worst days. Because at the end of the day, the people who succeed aren't the most motivated. They're the most consistent. They're the ones who show up when it's boring, when it's inconvenient, when no one is. Watching motivation is loud, but it fades fast. Habits are quiet, but they last forever. Start small, start now. One tiny action. That's all it takes to begin. And if you're serious about changing your life, then commit to this. Not the big goal, not the final result, just the next small step. Because that's how momentum is built. That's how discipline is formed. And that's how ordinary days turn into extraordinary results. If this hit you, if you felt this, then make it real. Subscribe, stay consistent, and be here for the next one, because we're going deeper. We're breaking down how to take massive goals and turn them into clear, weekly actions you can actually follow through on. Until then, take that first small step right now, and I'll see you in the next video.